Hi everyone, this video is the last in a series of videos about online teaching, and we've talked about the technology and the pedagogy. In today's video, I want to talk about the marketing, because marketing an online teaching service in any instrument is the same as marketing any bit of software or any kind of product or service online. What you need is a fantastic website, and you need to know a few things about where to get your product seen in front of which crowds and how to go about doing that. So that's what today is all about. The first thing we really need to think about is the branding and the name. The branding and the name of your studio or your online studio offering. Now, when you think about it, if you are going for a particularly young crowd or a crowd or students who are focused on pop music, for example, or chords or improvising or jazz, it'll probably have a different brand look and feel to if you're offering online lessons for students who want to pass and win competitions and pass exams and things like that. So have a think about that in regard to things like your fonts and the messaging that goes on your website. It's really important to get that sorted out first. Now, in regard to the name of your studio, I don't think it matters too much. You could call it Tim Topham Piano Studio, or your name obviously, or it could be, Pop and Rock online studio or something like that. So it really depends on what your focus wants to be. If you want to use your name, I think that's totally fine. If you want to differentiate into a particular area and use that in the title of your website and your domain, then you can certainly go for that as well. All right, and then the next most important thing is that you've got a website. And you haven't just got a website, but it's a good website and it will convert. So we need to make sure that it's mobile responsive, because most of the traffic that's going to be coming to your website is probably being looked at on a mobile device of some sort. So that is so important. It's a good idea to have some kind of blog or articles space. And the reason for that is that having a blog and articles allows you to do something called content marketing. And that means you can get some free marketing through Google and search by having some information online about what you do and what you specialize in. So that's an important factor as well. The other thing you really must have is a landing page. Now, a landing page might be the home page of your website, or it might be a specific page that you set up that attracts a particular type of student. And you could have multiple landing pages for the different types of lessons that you're offering. For example, if you did want to offer some jazz lessons, but you also want to offer some pop lessons, you could have a landing page. So it's a website page for each of those different genres. And the goal of those landing pages is to convert people into a customer, hopefully, but at the first point, hoping to get them to a point where they're going to click a button on your page saying, sign up for my lessons, or find out more, or call me today, or whatever it is. We call that a call to action, a CTA. And it's very important that when you have a website that you're trying to use as a conversion method for an online business of some sort, that you have a call to action and you know what that is. Is it sign up now? Is it get a free trial? Is it book your first lesson? Is it contact us? Is it schedule your time? Whatever it is, the call to action and the words you use are really important. And getting that right will require a little bit of testing over time. To get started though, the most important thing is that you actually have one. And of course, all this hinges on the fact that one of the things that you do, differentiate, is that you differentiate yourself from other people. There's lots of people who offer online lessons and it's becoming more and more popular. It's a great thing to do, of course. But how will you differentiate yourself? How will you set yourself apart? How will you go for a particular niche of students that you're really passionate about serving and offer them exactly what they need? Maybe it's adults 60 plus who want to learn the Beatles. Maybe that's your niche. Or maybe it's teenage transfer students who are about to quit. Maybe that's your niche. Maybe it's the youngest beginners. Whatever it is, how are you going to differentiate yourself, and how are you explaining that on your landing page, in your blog articles, on your website, and how is it shown in your branding and name? All these things should link together as much as they can. So once you've got your branding and your website name and your website's loaded, then what you need to do is find some traffic to send to it. And traffic, when we use the word traffic talking about internet, we just mean eyeballs. We mean people looking at your page. We need to find these people. So there are a few different ways you can do this. You can go down the content marketing path, and you might have heard the term SEO. So content marketing is a method of marketing, bringing people to your offering by content, free content. So that's putting out videos like I'm doing here, putting out blog articles, putting out guest posts on other people's sites, writing magazine articles, things like that. That's all content that's hopefully going to draw people back into your ecosystem. And as long as your website is set up for SEO, search engine optimization, Google will find those pages and go, aha, this looks like something that's pretty good. I might pop it in my ranks and show people it. And the more people that link to it, the more clicks you get and the more popular the article becomes. The only issue with content marketing is it's a bit of a slow burn. It takes a while to build up content marketing. So there are some shortcuts, and the shortcuts are through advertising. And at the moment, for someone who's running online lessons, the best option would probably be Google, followed by Facebook. Why Google first? Well, Google advertising is great because people are likely, if they want an online lesson specifically, they're probably going to search for online piano lesson or online flute lesson, whatever it is. And then they may go for an area, America or Australia, or they may just leave that blank. Either way, people are probably going to be in Google before they're anywhere else. So to come up in the top of rankings for what will probably be quite competitive keywords, online music lessons is probably quite competitive, then that can be a great way to go. Facebook, of course, is the other place where most of your audience are already hanging out. So to put things in people's news feeds so that when they scroll past, they go, I've always wanted to do piano lessons, and here's someone offering a $1 first lesson, and I can choose my time of the day to do it, or night, then maybe that will capture your audience. The great thing about advertising, of course, is that it's much faster. You'll get people to your website faster, but the downside, of course, is you have to pay for it. Content marketing takes longer, but it's free. Well, as free as your time takes to write and create the content that you're putting out there. So they're the two main options that you've got for building traffic and generating traffic and leads to your site. There's one other, and that would be listing sites. Listing sites could be free, like Craigslist or Gumtree, or it could be piano and music teaching websites. Teachers directories, I guess. You could also get listed in association websites and things like that, but you'll probably have to pay to become a member of those sites. So listing sites are definitely available, and I had a lot of success on Gumtree here in Australia. I know Gumtree is popular in the United Kingdom, less so in America. I've heard people finding piano students on Craigslist. So there are ways to do it that doesn't cost a whole lot of money in order to, again, the purpose of all of these three things here is to send eyeballs to your website with the goal that they'll click your conversion button, your call to action, and then hopefully they'll sign up and give you some kind of money and pay you for a lesson, pay you for what they want. Now, there's one other thing that I just want to mention. I'm only going to touch on it because it's a another big kind of area, and I'm going to write it here because I was just writing too low to be seen, and that is what we call in marketing speak a funnel, or you might like to use the word follow-up. There's lots of software out there called email marketing software that allows you to automatically follow up leads. So they're the people that click this and give you their email or their phone number, whatever it is, to follow them up automatically. And this is a great opportunity for teachers because it allows you to be able to start onboarding people, start getting them used to you and what you offer in your sleep while you're not around. So if this button is call now, and it's the middle of the night in your part of the world, and this person wants to get in touch with you, they're probably just going to go on to search for the next website. So call now is not a very good call to action if you're running online lessons because everyone's in different time zones. That's one of the beauties of online lessons. A better one would be either schedule a time, and that could go straight into your calendar and they could book a time. That'd be a great call to action. or simply contact me, and it could open up a form where they're entering their ability, what they're interested in, their name and email, or even their phone number or something like that. What that does is then allow you with your software to take that email, put it in your software, and tell the software, hey, anyone who signs up for this particular product on this particular landing page, I want to send them this email straight away. Hey, thanks for registering. So great to see you're interested in jazz piano lessons. I'd love to find out a little bit more about you. Here's what I do. Here's a picture of me. Can you click this link and give me some more information about yourself? And that can all happen automatically without you doing anything. And then you've got a little bit more information about them. They've got a little bit more information about you. You could even do a couple of those emails over the course of a couple of days before you actually contact them. Although I think it's obviously quite good to contact people as soon as possible. But that's the idea of what we call a funnel or a follow-up sequence. So you can automate some of these processes of contacting people who are interested in your service without having to manually go into Gmail, reply to their email, use a different body text every time. You can have it all set up. It'll even say, hi Tim, because you can set that up in the email system. And you can start introducing them to your offering, your studio, what you love. If you've got multiple teachers, you could say, hey, here's our team of teachers. Which teacher would you like to learn from? Here are their specializations. So there's lots of opportunities there for how you go about following up people. So if all of that sounds interesting, but also maybe a little bit scary and a little bit confusing, then I've got a fantastic course that can help you with all of this, literally step-by-step detail, watching me as I help you understand funnels, take you through that process of building them out. We talk about online advertising, lots about content marketing, a whole module on content marketing and SEO. I've got a course about building your website so you can step by step through that. You don't have to hire someone to do this for you, and you don't have to use Wix or one of those website builders that, while they're easy, they do limit your functionality later on. And we've got a whole module on branding and naming and finding domain names and things like that. If you're interested in finding out more about that, I want you to head to timtopham.com/startup. timtopham.com/startup. The Music Teacher Startup course is a course designed specifically for music teachers looking to offer things online. And while that could be a product or service separate to their music teaching, it can also help hugely in building an online music teaching business. So if you're interested in this and getting it really dialed in and being really effective and not wasting hours and hours of a day building something that may not actually work, then learn from me and head to timtopham.com/startup. You can find out all about the course, how it works, and get connected today. So I hope that was helpful. I hope this has been a really useful series for those of you interested in teaching online. It's a great way to either supplement your income or to, in fact, to convert your whole studio over to, because it doesn't matter where you live in the world, you can teach any student in any time zone. It's a fantastic opportunity. Hope this has been helpful. If you've got any questions at all or any comments about the marketing of an online teaching business, then as usual, please leave a comment below, and I look forward to seeing you in another video really soon. Bye-bye. Yo, wait up. Before you go, I would love for you to check out some of my other videos. I'm going to put a link to one of them right here. And if you haven't yet explored my blog, then make sure you do check that out. If you've enjoyed this video, you're going to love some of the resources I put out over there, and we're going to put a link to that on this screen as well. Until next time, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel so we can send you updates as soon as they come out, and I will see you later. Have a great week.